The USA and Russia. Two titans, two ideologies, locked in a geopolitical chess match for over a century, yet never meeting directly on the battlefield. Why? The answer lies in military strategy, political maneuvering, and nuclear annihilation. Their rivalry, born in World War II, escalated into the Cold War. Both nations amassed nuclear arsenals capable of unimaginable destruction. The world held its breath, fearing a miscalculation. The conflict remained cold, fought through proxy wars and ideological struggles. History whispers tales of close calls, moments when the world teetered on the brink of a USA-Russia war. The Cuban Missile Crisis of 1962 stands as the most harrowing example. Soviet missiles in Cuba pushed the world to the edge of nuclear war. For 13 days, the superpowers stared each other down. Finally, diplomacy prevailed. The crisis ended with the Soviets withdrawing their missiles. These near misses underscore the precarious balance of power that defined the Cold War. At the heart of this uneasy peace lay the doctrine of mutually assured destruction, or MAD. This chillingly pragmatic strategy recognized the terrifying reality of nuclear weapons. Any nuclear exchange would be suicidal for both sides. The very existence of these weapons, capable of obliterating entire civilizations, became the ultimate deterrent. Neither side could risk a first strike without inviting a devastating retaliation. This created a stalemate, a terrifying equilibrium where the fear of unimaginable destruction became the guarantor of peace. It was a peace built on a knife's edge, but it held. The MAD doctrine, while effective in preventing direct conflict, had profound consequences. It fueled a global arms race, consuming vast resources and casting a long shadow over international relations. The world lived under the constant threat of nuclear annihilation, a chilling reminder of the fragility of peace in the atomic age. Beyond the shadow of nuclear weapons, geopolitical realities further discouraged direct confrontation. Both the USA and Russia, despite their ideological differences, recognized the inherent risks of a full-blown war. Each possessed formidable conventional forces capable of inflicting significant damage. A direct war would have been a protracted and bloody affair, with no guarantee of victory for either side. The potential costs, both in terms of human life and economic devastation, were simply too high. This shared understanding, born of pragmatism and a healthy respect for the other's military capabilities, served as a powerful deterrent. Furthermore, both nations were often engaged in other geopolitical struggles. The USA, focused on containing communism, found itself embroiled in conflicts in Korea, Vietnam, and elsewhere. The Soviet Union, grappling with internal challenges and seeking to expand its sphere of influence, was equally preoccupied. These competing priorities further reduced the likelihood of a direct confrontation. The collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991 marked a turning point between the superpowers. The Cold War ended, but mistrust and rivalry persisted. The USA and Russia's relationship thawed, but old tensions resurfaced. NATO's eastward expansion angered Moscow. Conflicts in Chechnya, Georgia, and Ukraine strained relations. Today, the USA and Russia are in a complex rivalry of cooperation and competition. They cooperate on nuclear non-proliferation but clash over cybersecurity and human rights. The relationship remains volatile, a powder keg of mistrust. The future of the US-Russia relationship remains uncertain. The specter of their unfought battles still looms large, a reminder of the devastating consequences of direct conflict. Yet, the underlying tensions and rivalries persist, fueled by historical grievances, geopolitical competition, and ideological differences. The challenge for both nations is to manage these differences responsibly, to find ways to cooperate where possible, and to avoid actions that could escalate tensions and lead to miscalculation. The stakes are as high as ever. A direct military confrontation between the USA and Russia, even in the 21st century, would be a catastrophe of unimaginable proportions. The world watches and waits, hoping that the lessons of the past will guide the actions of the present, and that the titans of our time can find a way to coexist without resorting to the unthinkable. The future of peace, perhaps even the future of humanity, may depend on it.